Hey everybody, it's Lesley from Sew A Lot Creative Sewing Centers in Centerville, Ohio and Lexington, Kentucky. Wanted to do a short video on an extra little tidbit for the Kimberbell Fill in the Blank man bag project for the month of May 2021. So we all have this cute little embroidered mustache bag with the words man bag on it if we did our fill in the blank. If you participated in Kimberbell's fill in the blank for the month of May 2021 and you purchased this green blank, you also got this design man bag with the little mustache. So a lot of questions have come in about what if I don't want it to say man bag? I want to put a monogram here. As we talked about in our virtual class, there's a lot of different ways we can do this. We can take it into software and we can use a lot of our pretty built-in fonts to change this, delete it out, put whatever we want to there. A last name, a saying, a monogram, whatever makes you happy. If you maybe don't have embroidery software yet, and you just wanted to change the phrase man bag to something else or put a monogram on there and you have built-in fonts on your wonderful embroidery machine, I'm going to show you a quick little trick on how we can do that with easy placement. I already have my bag, my blank, hooped and positioned on the sticky stabilizer. I've stitched out my mustache and I am up to the step where it is ready to stitch out the words man bag. I don't want to stitch out the words man bag. I want to go in and change this to a monogram. So what I'm going to do, and every machine's going to be a little bit different, but a little bit the same too. So I'm going to toggle back to my edit screen. And when I do that, most machines are going to give you a warning saying, hey, you didn't finish the embroidery design you were working on. Are you sure you really want to do this? Because you're going to lose your place and where you are. Yes, I'm sure, and I'm okay with that. So I'm going to toggle back to my edit screen. Some machines you're going to have to take the hoop off at this point. Some machines you can leave it on and just bypass that message. It just depends on your particular make, model, and brand of sewing machine, embroidery machine. Whether you have to pull the hoop off or just tell the machine, nope, I'm leaving it there, just make sure you don't unhoop the blank from the hoop that you're working on. And then we're going to go to the screen and you're going to see that you have your embroidery design still in the same exact position where you had it prior to stitching the mustache. We don't want to move it. We want to keep it right where it is. And I'm just going to pretend like that's there but not there and go into where the fonts on my embroidery machine are located. I'm going to choose an embroidery font that I want, and I'm just kind of guessing that maybe about 15 millimeters is probably about the right size of the letters. So I'm going to choose a font that's in that, and then I'm going to put the words in for my monogram. If you wanted to do a last name here, you could. If you wanted to put grandpa, you could put grandpa. Whatever it is that you want to put on your little bag, you could do. So if I wanted to do a monogram, I'm just going to keep all of my initials large and I'm going to type it into place. If I wanted to do a name, I'm going to type that in. Once I have it how I want it, I'm going to click the check mark and it's going to take me back to my embroidery edit screen. I'm going to move this menu so you can see. And then with the mustache and the man bag still there, I am going to set this because obviously it's going the wrong direction. And I'm going to rotate the word that I put, and I chose grandpa for mine, so that it's facing the same direction that the words man bag were facing. And then I'm going to come back to my move options and I'm going to move the word grandpa or my monogram or whatever it was that I chose to write right over top of the words man bag. I know that makes it a little hard to see for positioning, but you have that line there on your screen. I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see. You have that blue line there that you were using to position your bag, so I can use that to know how high I should take my words, how far, and I want to make sure that I center it from the top to the bottom. So on most machines, they run on an XY axis, so you have one direction, you're going to be at that 0.0 because you want to be centered, and then you want to be centered on this line, so on that little point. So I want to center there. And then the other one, I'm just going to move and arrange until it's in the exact place over top of the words man bag, nice and centered there. Once I have that in position where I like it, then it's very important. I'm going to select the design, not the one I just created, the monogram or the name or the word. I'm going to select the design that is the mustache with the words man bag, and I'm going to delete that off of my screen. So it's gone. So right now, the word grandpa is put perfectly in position to stitch right where the words man bag stitched. So then I'm going to go back into my embroidery stitch out mode on my machine. I'm going to thread the machine up. Because I created this on the machine, it thinks these are all individual embroidery files, so I'm going to make this step monochromatic so it stitches it all in one color. And then I'm going to stitch out the word grandpa. So now, instead of our design reading man bag and having a leather mustache, we have a gray bag with a white fluffy mustache. So now we have a cute little gray bag with the word grandpa and a white fluffy mustache that we can turn into that same cute little bag for man's travel accessories. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.